Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach Today. I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB. It's the middle of October and we are ready to go. I'm so excited to be with you today as we're rocking and rolling, having some fun. Episode 5120 as we just take it on. I mean, it is going to be a great week. There is a lot to cover this week, okay? We're going to be talking about first today, letting go of the power of surrender. And this has a lot to do with a book study we did a couple years ago, Michael Singer's work, which we're going to discuss that on Wednesday. So we're going to talk about this in depth, and it's really, really important. There's some concepts here that you got to grasp that are going to go right along with the things that we're doing, okay? So that's today, Wednesday. Tuesday, tomorrow, we've got our book study. We're working with Alex's book, $100 Million Leads, another chapter. I mean, this part of the book is just filled with so much stuff. So I'm going to do my best to hit the highlights of it. But if you're growing your business, looking to build something, this is the book. And look, sometimes these books aren't at the right time. I had the $1 million offer forever and never sat down and read it. And then I was like, okay, I needed this. So these are the type of things you put in your toolbox and you go back and revert to and look at once in a while, okay? $100 Million Leads. Then, of course, I said Wednesday we're going to talk a little bit about Singer and the Surrender experiment and why that fits into what we're doing. On Thursday, we are going to talk about some issues that some of you are having when it comes to inconsistency. Why do you have inconsistent focus? We're going to talk a little bit about that. That's going to be a good day. Friday, we've got the power of financial peace and letting go, how that works in freedom and fulfillment. Dr. Paul Saturday, we've got some good information coming in. He's been doing a great job. We love having Dr. Paul on. And then Sunday, we are talking about spiritual silence on the 22nd, my favorite day. It's going to be a good one. And the power of allowing. So like I mentioned, we've got a lot going on, and I always like to kind of get you updated on Mondays. It's been super busy for me since I came back from the trip. I've mentioned it. They're now looking at me coming to Dubai for 5,000 people, and they have 16 other organizations they're wanting me to speak at. Really huge victory down in Colombia at the beginning of the month, but it's also pushed me forward to really build some amazing systems, and we've got some new people coming on. With that being said, one of the things I do want to mention is the last week of the 100-day challenge. For those of you that did that, pat on the back. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Even if you had some slip-ups, for me, 100 days, drank 2 times in 100 days. Real happy with that, even though it wasn't 100%. It's kind of like going back to Rick Jarrow and his discussion of goals versus trajectories. Hey, I'm much better off taking the 100-day challenge and only missing 2 days than not doing it at all. We're going to have some more coming, some challenges your way. Excited about that, which will be about organizing and getting you ready for the new year. We're already at that point. I've mentioned that we've really worked hard on the planner this year to integrate into specific systems. Videos are coming for that. But with that being said, if you go to your compass, we're going to be revising the compass a lot so that it integrates specifically with our CoachCast. For example, when we started this month, it's a life wheel month. We should be evaluating our life wheel, kind of seeing where we're at. We didn't spend a lot of time on that. As we get into next year, the planner's actually linked to the other life wheel, so you can go back and take a look at that. And all these tools and systems will be integrated to make it simpler for you. I want you to be able to show up, listen to CoachCast, work on your plan, and be able to execute. That's the bottom line. I want to see you do great things, specifically the next couple months going into the new year, building a plan that is just off the charts of where you want to go. I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited about the tools as they have evolved. And thank you for being a part of that. By the way, I asked for some testimonials last week. Thanks to those of you that did that. If you still haven't had a chance to do that, that would be huge as we're getting ready to start some pretty big marketing. With all that out of the way, we're ready to go today, and I got a big one because this one is something that can be life-changing if you understand the concept. Again, where does this come from? I always give credit where credit's due. A lot of this came from Michael Singer's work, and even pre-Michael Singer was Dr. Hawkins, and he wrote a book called Letting Go, which is probably one of my favorite all-time books. And then obviously all of Singer's work, Surrender Experiment, everything, The Untethered Soul, really powerful stuff in the surrender area. We will talk about that Wednesday in more depth about his work. But the idea is here when it comes to surrendering is about letting go. Okay, so what does that really mean? Well, we all want to achieve certain things. Whether it's getting more organized, whether it's building a business, making more money, everybody is trying to achieve, right? We're trying to achieve something. What happens for most people is they want things so bad, okay? So you start wanting things so bad that you actually get the want. That's a metaphysical concept, but it really happens. Like, I want money. A lot of people walk around wanting money, and so they get that want of the money. They don't actually get the money. And what surrendering really is about is not about waving the white flag and giving up. I had some people when we were doing this book study a few years ago say, well, doesn't that mean just give up? No, it's actually the opposite. What Singer talks about and what Hawkins talks about in their work is about surrendering to what comes into your life and then giving it 110%. I know we can't give 110. Giving it 100%. Everything you've got into what is coming into your life. Really putting the system in place and going forward and doing it. Doing the daily activities that are going to get you there. So on Thursday, we're going to talk about this idea of why aren't we consistent at the things we do? Well, a lot of us want to do amazing things, right? We want to do it. I want to finish my book. I want to build the best system in the world. And those wants are important, but then the work starts to happen, whether it's writing the book or whether it's having to post daily on things and put 6 posts up a day and write sales letters and all the things that we have to do in order to get the want, it gets in the way. And so what do we have? We just continually want, and we don't have success. And so the main reason that I put Get It Done Now together was because of this, that people weren't invested in what was going to take them to the next level. And the reason is because a lot of the things that we need to do, we don't want to do to get there. For example, if you want to get in great shape, you have to exercise. Not everybody wants to exercise, but a lot of people want to be in great shape. If I could take a pill, I would love to be able to take a pill, gain a couple pounds, I'm talking muscle-wise, get ripped up, and feel great. It just doesn't happen. I mean, they sell thousands of pills and drugs to people that are trying to do that, and it doesn't happen. What does get there? Work. Getting in the gym, getting in there and working out, something I have not done enough of this year. Something I'm looking in the mirror and going, okay, this is what I've got to believe in. Did I really surrender to it? Did I give it everything that I got when I wrote that goal of being 165 pounds and in great shape? No, I didn't. Am I doing some things? Yeah, I'm hitting the sauna because I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm hitting the ice bath because I enjoy it. But am I hitting the heavy weights and doing the cardio that I need, that I should be doing? No. Why am I not doing that? Because I haven't surrendered to it. I'm more worried about the result than just doing the activity. And again, this is the same thing in building business. Like, we have not marketed at all. I've not asked for a lot of things like testimonials so we can put them up on the website and we can start doing sales letters and stuff. I've run away from that. I've never really done that. And it's stunted our growth. It's actually hurt you, as we're learning from Alex's books, right? That if you don't charge enough and you don't generate enough revenue, you can't build the proper systems that are going to really make things great. I was talking to Jurgen, and he's got some tremendous ideas. If you've had a chance to meet Jurgen in our community, he's a genius when it comes to tech stuff, right? And we're talking about how can we make the Sacred Six stuff better? How can we make the planner? Well, one of the things that we have to do is try to integrate database, and there's a lot of stuff to do with that, and it takes money. It takes a lot of revenue. So by me not doing the things that I need to do, surrendering to it, giving it everything that I've got, instead of just kind of stepping back and conforming to being comfortable, I am not producing the quality. I mean, it's getting better, but I want to be the best. And so I have to generate revenue in order to make that happen. So how does this pertain to you? Well, everything, it pertains to you. There's a reason you aren't getting where you want to go, because you aren't doing the things you need to do to accomplish the things you want. Why? Because you haven't surrendered to it. Giving everything you've got into a particular thing. And I know you could be saying, well, what if it doesn't work? The truth is, a lot of things aren't going to work. You might go to the gym all the time and not get the results that you want because it's the way and the expectation you're putting it out there, okay? Again, we got to be able to step back, look at what we want to achieve, and build on that. That's why we've built this system to really support you along the way. And the key is to support you in doing the things that you don't want to do that are going to get you there. And part of it is doing the things you don't want to do. And why is that? Why do we have to do the things we don't want to do? Why? Think about it. Think about it. This is really important because we don't believe. If you really believe that going to the gym 3 times a week and hitting the treadmill and busting ass, that you would have the best body in the world that you really want, you would do it. But you don't believe that. For me, what about, finishing that book that's sitting up there that I keep typing on little by little? If I really believed that was going to be a bestseller and reach millions of people, I would be doing it every day. You see, I'm not surrendering to it. I'm not surrendering to the things that we need to do because a lack of belief. Now, are things going great? Yeah. We're building stuff for you that you've never seen. Nobody on this planet has seen the structure and the organization of daily coaching integrated into a planning system, and whatever planning system you use. It doesn't even matter if it's ours, but using our systems and support, coming here and listening and getting your morning routine 3 to 5 times a week and slowly building, you will get there. But it's about the structure. So I know you're going to say, okay, so if I just surrender to stuff and just start doing it, then why do I need a plan? Because the planning is what supports the belief, which then turns into the result. Okay? So this is really critical, and this is also metaphysical. This is also energy related. So if you are holding on to the want and not doing the activity, then that's a problem. Right? Because you're never going to get there. You're just going to get the want. You're going to get that want of money. You're going to get the want of the new relationship. You're going to get the want of the perfect body. But if you start to believe that the plan that you're on is going to bring you there, the daily activities that you're doing, those sacred 6 things are going to get you to where you're going to have that peace, that joy, and whatever that result is, now you're starting to build belief. So the planning builds belief. And that's so critical to understand because that structure shows respect. When you sit down in the morning and you look at your plan and you say, okay, JB's talking about the life wheel. I didn't do that. I kind of put that off. It wasn't important. I didn't think about it. You really don't respect yourself or the system, right? You're not showing that respect that my life deserves this. And a lot of this comes down to personal belief, right? It comes down to the belief that we deserve to have the wonderful things that we're going after. And so as we sit here today and we get ready to start on a huge week, I'm telling you it's a huge week, what we have to do is release that want. We have to release the want and start to build in trust. Build in trust into your plan. What are the things that you are going to do on a daily basis that are going to allow you to live your life? What is going to create that certainty? And if you need help, that's where you ask us. You go in the community and we start talking about it. Do we have the right things in place for you to start to create the trust in the structure and the system? So again, the idea is we surrender to the things that come into our life, meaning these are the things that I want. I'm going to surrender to it. I'm going to give everything that I got. That's what surrender means. Not give up. It's actually the opposite. I'm going to give everything I got into this. And if you are, then it's like, okay, what is the plan? Do you really believe that the steps that you're taking are going to take you to whatever it is? The better body, losing weight, gaining weight, writing that book, building that business, organizing your company, being able to walk away from your company, being able to retire, becoming a better golfer. All of this comes down to this base idea of organizing, getting a plan and execution. And most people aren't doing it, myself included. In all areas of my life. There are certain areas I'm doing it. There are other areas I'm not. And typically it's areas that I want to do it that I'm doing it. And as we get older, right, we start taking the path of least resistance. That's what human beings do. We take the path of least resistance. But the problem with the path of least resistance, we don't grow. We don't get ourselves to where we need to be. And by not taking that path, what happens is you stunt your business growth. You don't get the physical results you want. You don't get the cash flow you want. Whatever it is that you're after, you don't get. What you end up getting is the one of it. And next year, it's the same thing over again. Okay? And year after year, it's the same kind of repeated pattern. So how do we break that pattern? How do we break that pattern? We work together. We work together to break the pattern. We find the things that we want to go after. We stop wanting them. We surrender to them, and we just start doing the daily activities that are going to get us there. Okay? And that's what we're starting on this week. It's critical. I'm telling you, this is one of the most important weeks. The next couple months are the most important months. Why? Because we need to dial this in. I couldn't have told you this last year. I couldn't have told you this 2 years. I couldn't have told you this 3 years. My growth as a coach, as a mentor, as a teacher is getting better and better and better. Why? Because of you. Because everybody's participating here. The research I'm doing, the structuring doing, the people that are supporting me, what we're doing, we're putting together something magical. But you got to be able to build your plan. You see, that's the other thing. It's uniqueness. It's about you. It's about your unique path. It's your unique journey, nobody else's. And that's what's so awesome about what we do, because it is private. You know, your own devices. We don't have software where people can go and look at stuff that you're doing. I don't even know if you're doing the plan. I can't check on you. I don't care if it's on a piece of paper, okay? I don't care if it's on a napkin. What I care about is that you have an executable plan and you're seeing results. Because without that plan, without that action, without that ability to surrender the want, you will not achieve. And that's not why I'm here. My job is to help you achieve. My job is to support you in certainty that what you're doing day by day is getting results. And it is, as long as you're executing on a plan. It may not be the exact results you want, but you will get there if you keep putting one foot in front of the other and also doing some of those things that you don't want to do. As Mark Twain famously said, eating that frog in the morning. So let's get it together. Let's get ready for a great week. It's going to be awesome. Tomorrow we're going to sidebar back a little bit into Alex's stuff, talk a little bit about leads, and then we're back on this because it's critical. Let's make it amazing. Let's go after it. And I'll be back with you tomorrow right here on morningcoach.com. Hey, you made it to the end. That is fantastic. Glad you're with us. Super glad you're listening to this CoachCast. If you've listened to all the Mondays we've done, we have some new programs that I think are really going to work for you. We're integrating into our planner. Head on over to morningcoach.com. Click that button there to get your free planner and learn more about what we're doing. Really cool stuff going on our 19th year. Can't wait to work with you to make your life better and make 2024 awesome. So we'll see you over at morningcoach.com.